Welcome to another episode of the Movie Brothers. I'm Ant. This is Kev. What's up, man?
Happy New Year, my brother.
Same to you, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Doing very well, thank you.
Hey, thank you guys for joining us once again. Today we are reviewing the Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Dun dun dun.
Finally, I've been looking forward to this.
Yes. Me too. This film is rated R. Has a runtime of 3 hours and 7 minutes. No, I did not misspeak. 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Yeah.
This film is an action, mystery, western, comedy.
The thing is, it's very hard to put this particular film in any particular category because, like Quentin Tarantino's best, it combines elements of everything.
That's right, no doubt. In this film, a bounty hunter and his prisoner find shelter in a cabin where they meet a series of characters. Ooh. Yeah.
This film, directed by QT, the man himself, Quentin Tarantino, it stars Samuel L. Jackson, inimitable Samuel L. Jackson. Kurt Russell doing some of his finest work. Jennifer Jason Leigh, who I guarantee you will be Oscar bound for this particular role.
It's possible.
Walter Goggins, Demian Bashir, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, and Bruce Dern. You ready to jump in?
Take it away, sir.
All right. I have watched everything that Quentin Tarantino has released. I have to be honest, I'm an unabashed fan. Okay, I love the man's work from Pulp Fiction to Jackie Brown to Kill Bill. I have to say that this, however, is his most visceral and affecting film out of all those. It takes elements from all of his library and combines them into one stew. And it tastes good, guys. It is very, very fulfilling. It's part spaghetti western, part Reservoir Dogs, part Agatha Christie crime thriller. You throw all those things together, and that's what the Hateful Eight gives you, and it's glorious.
Okay. I can't say that I'm at that level with Kev in terms of his excitement and
Does that
love
surprise
for
you
this,
guys? Does
hey.
it surprise any of you?
But man, Quentin Tarantino, okay? Talented? Yes. Genius? Yes. Crazy as hell?
Absolutely.
Yes. Get out of your own way, okay? First of all, I got to talk about the runtime. 3 hours. Did this film need to be 3 hours long? Absolutely not.
But that's like asking, did Ben-Hur need to be 3 hours long?
How old are you, Kev? Are you 90?
I feel like it's something else.
Listen, in my humble opinion, there's nothing but arrogance of Tarantino to have this film as long as it was. I just did not think it was necessary. And some of the elements in this film almost were reminiscent of Wolf of Wall Street and Scorsese, where he did a lot of things that were just over the top because he could. Just because you can does not mean you should do it. Okay? You got to get out of your own way sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Good film, but it could have been great.
Well,
It could have been great.
You're talking about cinematic geniuses who are used to taking chances, and those chances normally pay off. So I felt like this was a chance that Quentin Tarantino takes that actually works.
Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street, I'll give you that, okay?
Yeah.
This film, I feel like it does exactly what it's supposed to do. This film is a beautiful callback to a previous era of film, filmmaking. It's punctuated by snappy dialogue, which is a staple of Quentin Tarantino films. You know, if you've seen any of his films, you know that. It has epic scope and length. The 3 hours, that's epic to me. Okay, that reminds me of the Ten Commandments. You know, Cecil B. DeMille. It reminds me of films of that ilk. So I didn't have a problem with that. And if you are lucky enough, blessed enough to be able to see this film in 70 millimeter, okay, find a theater that is showing this film in 70 millimeter. That is how the film was shot, and it is beautiful to behold. You see things in the frame that you never expected to see, and everything that is framed in the shot is there for a reason. It's important, okay? It means something. It's visceral, and you get an intermission, so you get you get a break to kind of let you get up and stretch your muscles and get your butt cheeks back in working condition again.
Right.
This movie is glorious in that way, and I had no problems whatsoever with the length.
I can tell, kid. Again, don't get me wrong. This film is good. There are just things going on. I already mentioned the length, and then there's some other flags in this film that I really struggled with. This is not the first time that we've gone there or seen Tarantino do this. The use of the word nigger. All right,
guys. Let me rewind for just a second.
What?
This show was birthed out of a Quentin Tarantino film.
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah,
Django Unchained birthed this film.
Kevin's
Movie
right.
Brothers. Okay.
It did birth the movie. Man, actually, you're absolutely right. Sure did. But the use of that word, nigger. Hey, nigger, you're black nigger. I didn't count the number of times that it was said in the film, but trust me, it was a lot. I am not one to say that the use of the word should be completely banned. It does have a place, and artistically, I think, historically, artists have a right to use it in its proper context and things like that. But again, and it's not the first time I've seen Tarantino do this. In my opinion, it was just abusive. Right. The gratuitous use of the word, it was not necessary. It did not add to the storyline. And I was telling Kev in pre-production, look, when you take me out of the story, because when I go into the theater, I go into the film, I'm there. Mm-hmm. But when you take me out of that, then I have a problem. The film was very misogynistic, disturbing at times. These are things that are just like, again, just because you can, does it mean that you should? There's a level of responsibility when you are a genius. Okay, I'll give him that. When you have a level of talent that you have in Tarantino, that there's a responsibility that you have to have, and some of this stuff needs to be reeled in, man. It was out of control, and I'm the king of I'm the violence dude, okay. But out of control.
What Ann is referring to is the character that Jennifer Jason Leigh plays. What's her name? Daisy Domergue.
Yeah.
This is one of the vilest creations that you will ever see in cinema.
Oh, she's
and so
nasty,
when she gets her head lumped, all right, you actually feel kind of good about it. She deserved that punch, all right. And she gets the heck beaten out of her throughout the course of the film. I understand that. I don't advocate women getting beaten. I really don't. Not in any context.
Right.
But from a narrative standpoint, from a fictional standpoint, there's a reason for every character to get their ass whooped. Okay, and she demonstrates that time and time again throughout the course of this film. I can understand why elements of this film would rub you the wrong way and give you pause. They did for me too. How could they not, as a black man living in this society? It obviously does.
Yeah.
To hear the word nigger thrown around, that still is a painful thing for me.
Yeah,
regardless of the context that it's used in.
That's right.
And there's a part of me that feels like, okay, yeah, as an artist, Quentin should be able to use this word here and there, so on and so forth. But also, there's a part of me that questions whether or not, okay, is this just Quentin's way of reclaiming the word? Remember, how people say that black people use it as a way of reclaiming,
right,
taking it away and taking its power away.
Yeah.
Is this his way of claiming it back? I don't know. Okay, but it does bother me. I'd be lying if I said that it doesn't. But there's also a poetic way in which it's written, in which the way the script is written, the way the characters use the word, that makes sense, particularly given the time frame and the historical context in which it's used.
Yeah. Let's talk about the acting for a minute here. Across the board, acting was A1. You are dealing with a cast of Hall of Famers. Let's talk about somebody for a minute here.
Okay.
Kurt Russell. Love him.
Seen
a ton of Kurt Russell. Great guy. Seen
been
a ton of his
in the
movies.
game since he was a kid.
Yes. I struggled with him, not because he did a great job.
Yeah.
But I liken it to almost, taking let's say take the best player on an NFL team, right? And you put him amongst like Hall of Famers,
right.
The best of the best. And it's all relative. He was the quote unquote weakest, if you can say, if I can even say the word weakest to me, link in the film, just because who he was working with. I mean, Kev mentioned Jennifer Jason Leigh, who we would expect may get an Oscar nomination out of her role in this film. I mean, the cast was just at that level.
And
All
Walter
that to
Goggins,
say,
oh my gosh,
yeah.
Walter Goggins. Any of you guys who are familiar with his work, he is, he's a force of nature in this film. Very good.
He's a beast. He's a beast. So all that to say, phenomenal cast.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walter Goggins, they're standouts in this film. They do work that is above and beyond the pale. Damian Bashir, Tim Roth, who I really like in all of Quentin Tarantino's films that he has been in. Tim Roth was excellent in this film. I liked him. Michael Madsen, again, a Reservoir Dogs, alumnus. Loved him in this film as well. Bruce Dern. How powerful is Bruce Dern? You get Bruce Dern in your film, you're going to get something serious, something real from him, and he delivers that in this particular way as well.
He does.
Okay.
We throw some points on this thing?
Let's go ahead and do it.
Okay. Hey. Good movie. Good movie. Quentin Tarantino, like I said, he's a genius. I don't know if I could sleep in the same house as him because he's crazy too. And this film is entertaining and it's violent and it's bloody and all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah. At the end of the day, for me, I give this film a 7 out of 10. If Tarantino would have gotten out of his way, it could have been a 9 or a 10 for me, but it's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Buckets of blood flow throughout the course of this film. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Do not go into this film if you have a weak stomach or weak constitution, because you will be disappointed in that regard. However, this is some of the best work that Quentin Tarantino has done. Like I said, it is a love song, a love letter to all of his fans. It combines everything that he's done before, and he does it beautifully. Everything from the sound design, which is great. The score by Ennio Morricone, responsible for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and A Fistful of Dollars. Can I whistle it?
Please do, man.
I can't whistle worth a darn. Okay, well, the bottom line is, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know when you hear it. This is a fabulous piece of film work. If you see it in 70mm, you will not be disappointed by that. The only thing that gives me pause from giving it the 10 that I really flirted with giving it was the fact that, Ant is right. The use of the N-word is like glass cutting you in your eardrums. If there's something that you're not accustomed to hearing in that particular way. I try to marginalize it, compartmentalize it, and see it for what it's there for, and view it that way. But it's not easy.
It's
not
not
easy as a
it's
black
not,
man.
It's not.
But the bottom line is that I do recognize the artistic merit of this film. I give it a 9 out of 10. Go check it out. It is a good film.
All right, that's what's up. You got a 9 from Kev. You got a 7 from me. That's our show. Hey, be sure to follow us on Instagram.
Or you can check us out on Twitter at The Movie Brothers.
Yep. Subscribe to this channel. And then last but not least, we have a Facebook group. You go out to Facebook, type in The Movie Brothers. Brothers,
okay. Not brothers.
And send us a request. We'll approve you. We'll add you to the group, and we would love to hear from you, talk to you.
Well, not only that, we give you great information, updates about things that we're going to be doing, promotions, things of that nature. Tell them about,
January 15th.
Yeah, there you go.
January 15th. If you are in the DF Dub, and even if you don't, because we got some people coming from other parts of the country and stuff coming in to kick it with us, big fans of the show. But January 15th in Dallas, we're going to be at Look Cinema. 6 p.m. We're going to go see Ride Along 2. I know. If you wonder why we're laughing, go watch our review of Ride Along, and you'll know why.
And we ain't laughing because we thought it was just that funny.
Right.
But the bottom line is that, it is an opportunity for us to hang out.
Man, we're going to meet up. We're going to do a little happy hour, have some cocktails. We're going to go see the movie. We're going to come out. Those that want to hang around and chop it up and talk about the movie with us, we'll do that too.
Or talk about film in general.
That's right.
You don't have to talk about Ride Along. We can talk about movies in general. There's a lot of stuff that we can discuss.
Absolutely,
and talk about.
Absolutely. So be sure to check us out. With that, we would love to see you. That's our show. I'm Ant. This is Kev. We are the Movie Brothers, and this is the place, the one and only place where we bring you nothing but the real on the real. Peace.